Greetings, this is Dumont. I want to continue on doing my review of an entire series like I have been. This time I'm going to do the Bakuswap series. Okay, if you look here, one of the first things that I noticed was in this series, in the Bakuswap, there's lots of dragons. Even though Exedra is pretty different looking, you could still kind of consider him dragon type. And sure, they have some differences here and there. The overall formula from the original Dragonoid is pretty much sticks the same. You know, like for example, Apollonier has a tail. That's a little bit different. A Wyvern does not have a horn. Naga's horn comes out kind of like the way Delta Drago did. And Naga's feet is a little bit different. You know, so there's small differences here and there. The biggest difference is in this series, the detail, just the amount of detail that they put in, like, you know, Apollonier's mouth. You could kind of see it right here. It has teeth, and it just kind of jiggles like that, and it is capable of moving. It's a whole lot of detail going on in his wings. If you look at Exedra, just, you know, Exedra is one that would probably make an awesome Deca Bakugan, just because it has a lot of stuff going on, pretty much like, what, 8 heads on there, you know, that's a lot. So, you know, just thinking about all that. Now, what's cool about this series, about the Bakuswap, is that they're not just normal Bakugan in here. These guys are the 6 legendary soldiers, plus you have Wyvern and Naga right here. Naga is like the main bad guy of the show, and I mean, you know, they're basically the carriers of the Silent Core and Infinity Core. I mean, you know, so every character in this line was special in some way or another. It's not just a regular Bakugan, so that's pretty awesome. So here is the rest of the Bakuswap people. As you can see here, you have characters like Frosh, Oberus, Lars Lion, and Cleif there. You can see one of the things that I really liked about the Frosh toy right here is that the mouth, if you get him in a good color, this whole face area right here is very it's a metallic shiny color, and it looks very, very nice. Same thing with Oberus right here. If you get the Oberus in the aqueous color, which I think is by far the best, this top part of the head right here is a very shiny, glittery, bluish green. It looks very, very nice. I know what his real color, at least the one in the show accurate color is supposed to be what, Ventus, but trust me, the aqueous one looks so much nicer. And then you know, you got Lars Lion there, and Cleif there is in the Bakuswap, which is the limited editions that came out were in the swap colors. And you know, my opinion about the swap colors is it's honestly one of the worst that I can think of. What they did is, as you can see with Cleif right here, he has no attribute. That's I believe where it goes right there, and they just left it blank. That's what they did for all the swaps. So Frosh here is also a swap, and he doesn't have an attribute. I think that's very lazy that they did that. I think what they should have done is they should have just given them both attributes. So like in the Cleif, it would have been Subterra and Pyrus. My Frosh would have been Aqueous and Pyrus. They should have just put on both attributes on there. What it would have been even better is if they had put, right where the attribute's supposed to go, if they had put in half of the attribute, and then on the other side, you know, like, so right here, it could have been like half of the mark of the Subterra, and on the other half right here, could have been Pyrus right there, and that would have looked really, really cool. But no, they just decided to leave it blank. And one of the reasons why I also say that you know, the swaps are not impressive is that, you know, for one thing, I remember right when the swaps came out, a lot of you all people that I saw on YouTube started making your own. You were just like, forget this, I'm just gonna make my own. So I mean, I can't make a translucent Bakugan, you know, so the fact that you could just easily make a swap by yourself is kind of like just tells me that it's not that great. Okay, so real quick, last time I forgot to mention when I was doing the Baku Bronze review, I forgot to talk about the limited edition, which is, in that case, it's going to be bronze. So right here you see a bronze Helios. In Helios's case, it works real well. The colors, because I don't think the colors matter too much, but like on some of the other Bakugan, like Hades and also Dual Elfin, I felt that when you make them into bronze, they lose some of the really good colors that were in the original, like the Darkest Hades or the Aquas Dual Elfin. They look so nice, and then when you actually see the bronze version, in some parts they lose the color, and it actually doesn't look as good, you know. But on the other hand, with some of the other limited editions, like uh, in this case Helios and Scraper, I think they actually look much nicer in bronze, so that's kind of cool. So for the bronze, I'd say it's about a 50-50. You know, it's okay, but as for the swap, I think that's, like I said, one of the worst limited editions that they have made.